Welcome back to our channel. Before we dive into yet another fascinating and mysterious stories, I would like to invite you to watch, to like, and subscribe to the channel. Also activate the notification sound. Greetings, beloved soul, seeking growth, abundance and fulfillment. Today, we explore about the law that made billionaires rich and how to attract everything without chasing. Let me illuminate something you are likely never taught, perhaps even actively discouraged from knowing there exists, a principle, a dynamic, almost a law of energy and manifestation, that those who seem to effortlessly attract success often utilize, consciously or unconsciously, while many remain stuck, feeling powerless, chasing elusive goals. Don't speak of this openly in your schools, in your mainstream media perhaps, because it challenges the conventional narratives of struggle, effort, and relentless pursuit of ops, because understanding it grants you a power they prefer you didn't wield. But today, the veil is lifted, we expose it. Hurricane cited this startling truth, observed from realms beyond your immediate sight, a vast majority, perhaps 92%, as your text suggests, may never truly attain what their hearts long for, not because they lack desire, or talent, or effort, but because they have been subtly, pervasively tricked into employing the very energetic strategy that repels what they seek. They operate under a fundamental misunderstanding of how creation and attraction truly function. The more desperately you chase something, love, success, wealth, validation, the faster, the more surely it seems to run from youth. Harder you try, forcing, straining, white-knuckling your way forward, the more elusive your desired outcome becomes, slipping through your fingers like sand. But you are never meant to live in a state of desperate chasing. That narrative, that belief system, is a lie you have been fed your entire life. Have been told that success requires relentless grinding, 24/7 hustle. Thought, if you're not constantly striving, pushing, chasing, you will inevitably fail. You've been conditioned to believe that desire must be paired with desperate effort, obsessive focus on the lack of the thing desired. But what if that very mindset, that energy of frantic pursuit, is the primary force sabotaging your efforts right now? What if the chase itself creates the distance? Have you ever wondered why some individuals, billionaires, influential leaders, creative geniuses, seem to attract wealth, opportunities, and success almost effortlessly, while most people struggle despite immense effort? They understand, or at least embody, this principle. This backwards law. Think of figures known for innovation like Steve Jobs, investors like Warren Buffett who speak of patience and value, even ancient philosophers like Lao Tzu who spoke of the power of Wu Wei, effortless action, non-striving. They tapped into a different way of being, a different energetic frequency. And when you begin to consciously understand and apply this principle, your entire experience of reality can, and likely will, shift. Just as it did for them. Reflect honestly on your own experience. It holds the proof. Free time you have desperately, intensely chased something, needing it with every fiber of your being. What happened? That job you craved so intensely, visualizing every detail. Perhaps someone else, seemingly less qualified or less desperate, received it. Thought, person whose approval or affection you fought so hard to impress, trying to be perfect. Perhaps that drifted away, or chose someone else who seemed less needed. That financial goal you obsessed over, checking your accounts constantly, feeling the lack. Perhaps it always remained tantalizingly out of reach. But then, consider the moments when you genuinely let go and you stopped caring so desperately about the outcome. One, you gave up trying to force things, trying to impress people, trying to control every variable. What often happened then? Perhaps the moment you stopped needing external validation, people suddenly noticed your authentic confidence and were drawn to you. Perhaps when you stopped obsessing over money, focusing instead on providing value or pursuing your passion, unexpected abundance flowed. This is not mere luck. It is not coincidence. This is the principle, the backwards law, in action. It operates constantly. Whether you are aware of it or note it, is subtly, or perhaps profoundly, running your entire life experience based on the energy you immature conscious mind, particularly the ego aspect, often tricks you. It abhors uncertainty, craves control, it fears lack. So, when you desire something intensely, the ego pushes you into chase. Medea tells you to try harder, worry more, focus obsessively on what you don't have. But this energy of desperation, of neediness, of frantic chasing, acts like a repellent force in the energetic field of the universe. A desperation screams the message, I lack this. I don't have enough. I am incomplete without this. And the universe, the divine mind, the law of attraction, however you conceive of it, is fundamentally impersonal in one sense. It mirrors back to you the energy you are consistently broadcasting. Broadcast lack and desperation. You receive more circumstances that reflect lack and desperation. This is why those who operate from a state of inner certainty, of already feeling wealthy, successful, or loved, tend to effortlessly attract more experiences that match that inner state. Are not chasing. They are being. Their energy signature is one of abundance, confidence, fulfillment, and the universe responds accordingly. Delivering more of the Samothus isn't about fairness in human terms. It's about energetic resonance. I consider the story shared in your text of Henry the Painter embodies this principle perfectly. For 15 long years, he operated in chase mode, begged galleries for attention. He hustled relentlessly, tried to force his art onto the world, needing validation. Needing Celsius energy was one of desperation, of seeking approval from the outside. And what did this immense effort yield? Rejection, frustration, lack, nothing until, perhaps out of exhaustion or a moment of profound insight, he shifted, stopped begging, stopped chasing external approval, simply picked up his brush and painted. Why? Because he loved to paint, connected with the joy of creation itself, the act of being an artist, detached from the desperate need for a specific outcome or external validation, shifted his energy from needing success to embodying the artist. Stand. What happened? The dynamic reversed. Suddenly, galleries sought him out, collectors clamored for his work as paintings, born from authentic passion rather than desperate need, were in high demand worldwide. Henry stopped chasing success, and success began chasing. Understand this truth right now. Let it settle deep within your soul. The universe, the divine intelligence, does not reward desperation. It rewards certainty. It rewards alignment. Doesn't respond primarily to what you frantically chase. It responds fundamentally to who you are being, to the energy you embody, to the state of consciousness you inhabit. Chase money relentlessly from a place of lack, and you will likely always feel broke, always needing Morike's validation constantly, needing others' approval to feel worthy, and you will likely never feel truly good enough, always seeking the next external fix. Chase success as an external goal you must conquer, and it will likely always feel like it's outrunning you, just beyond your grasp. But when you shift your inner state, when you cultivate the feeling, the being of abundance, regardless of current bank balance, you embody self-worth and self-love. Independent of external opinion, you become success internally, feeling purposeful, aligned, valuable, creative. Then external success, abundance, validation often begin to flow to you, effortlessly, magnetically. So, ask yourself these penetrating questions right now. What if I genuinely stopped chasing? Would I still pursue my dreams, my passions, if I did it from a place of joy and fulfillment, rather than desperation? Would I still value and love myself, even if no one else seemed to be watching or applauding? Would I still build my vision, take inspired action, even without the guarantee of immediate reward or recognition? If your heartfelt answer is yes, or even a hesitant, I want it to be yes, then congratulations, you have just taken the first crucial step. You have begun to glimpse the possibility of shifting from powerless chasing to empowered buying. You have stepped onto the path of real, authentic power. Here is how you begin to consciously apply this principle. Starting today. Step 1. Identify what you are desperately chasing. Be brutally honest with yourself. What goals, outcomes, or states of buying you pursuing with an energy of intense need, lack, fear, or desperation? Is it money, a specific relationship, career advancement, approval, health? Recognize that the desperate energy itself, the feeling of I need this to be okay, is likely the very thing blocking its arrival. Acknowledging the pattern is the first. Step 2. Changing it. Step 2. Detach from specific outcomes. While holding the vision, this is subtle but crucial. It doesn't mean giving up your desires. It means releasing the desperate need for them to manifest in a specific way or time frame. Trust the process. Trust the divine timing. Trust your own inherent worthiness. Understand that your well-being, your value, your peace does not depend on achieving that specific external thing. Focus your energy on who you are being in the present moment. Your energy attracts based on your state of being, not the intensity of your desperate chasing. Step 3. Shift your mindset and energy. Act as if begin to cultivate the feeling, the mindset, the energy of the person who already has what you desire. How would that version of you think, feel, act, carry themselves? Start embodying that state now, as much as possible, regardless of current circumstance. Isn't about pretending. It's about aligning your inner vibration with your desired reality. Act as if it is already yours. Feel the gratitude for it now, and watch, with faithful expectation, how quickly the universe begins to rearrange itself to match your new state of being. The very second you genuinely stop chasing, stop emitting that energy of lack and desperation, the dynamic shift. Success, abundance, love, and whatever you desire stops running from you and often begins moving towards you. This isn't motivational fluff. It's not wishful thinking. It is a principle, a universal law of energy and consciousness. It is high time you stopped being its victim and started consciously using it to your advantage. You ever wondered why some people seem to have a golden touch? Everything they pursue seems to work out. Opportunities fall into their laps. Money flows to them. Easily people are naturally drawn to their confidence, their charisma. They never seem to be grinding, hustling, chasing with that frantic energy you see elsewhere. They effortlessly attract success, fulfilling relationships, abundant resourcement. While perhaps you feel like you're working incredibly hard, pushing, striving, chasing, giving it your all, yet feeling stuck, frustrated, getting nowhere near the results you desire. With this disparity, does the universe play favorites? Is it just luck? No, beloved, it's often something deeper, more fundamental. Theas, effortlessly successful individuals, consciously or unconsciously, know something, or rather embody something, that many others don't. They have mastered what we might call the magnetic shift, subtle yet profound secret behind effortless attraction and success. Let us speak plainly, with love, but also with clarity. If you are struggling, feeling stuck, constantly pursuing but rarely attaining, you are likely trapped in pursuit mode. Your energy is focused on the lack. Dominant thoughts revolve around if only I could make more money, then I'd feel secure. If only I could find the right person, then I'd feel loved. If only I could catch that one big break, then my life would finally start. But can you see the inherent flaw in this mindset? This if only then equation. It presupposes that happiness, security, love, and success are external conditions to be achieved before you can feel fulfilled. It operates from a place of perceived lack, of needing something outside yourself to be whole or happy. And this very mindset, this energy of needing, lacking, missing something, is precisely why you often remain stuck. When you constantly feel like something vital is missing from your life, you send out a powerful, consistent, energetic signal to the universe, to the divine mind. I am incomplete, I am lacking, I am desperate, I do not have this. And the universe, reflecting your dominant state of being, tends to deliver more experiences that confirm your feeling of lack, more struggle, more desperation, more not having. No. Observe closely those individuals who seem to have it all, who attract success effortlessly. They always inherently smarter than you. Often notary, they just luckier. Luck often follows alignment, not the other way around. They're definitely working harder, grinding more hours than you. Frequently, the opposite seems true. So, what is the fundamental difference? It lies in their energy. Their predominant state of being. They operate from a place of certainty, not desperation. They possess an inner conviction, a feeling state that aligns with what they desire. They don't wake up desperately chasing success. They wake up feeling successful, purposeful, capable. Don't frantically beg the universe for money. They move through the world with an energy of abundance, as if they are already wealthy, trusting in the flow. They don't desperately force relationships or seek validation. They act from a place of self-worth, as if they are already loved and admire. Their core energy, their subconscious belief system, broadcasts a different message. I already have this within me. I am already abundant. I am already worthy. I am already successful in my being and the universe. Responding to this powerful signal of certainty and already having naturally delivers more circumstances, opportunities, and resources that match that inner status principle, helps explain why the rich often seem to get richer. They operate from a consciousness of abundance. Attracting more of it explains why genuinely confident people attract positive attention and opportunities effortlessly. Their energy signals self-worth and capability. It explains precisely why the moment you genuinely stop chasing something, stop needing it desperately for your happiness, it often appears in your life as if by magic. The resistance created by your desperate energy dissolves. You shift from repelling to allowing, even attracting. Consider the story of James mentioned in your text, a classic example. James spent years trapped in the chase money cycle, consumed every book on wealth creation, worked grueling 16-hour days, hustled harder than anyone he knew. His conscious mind was screaming, "I want more money." But his energy, his subconscious belief, likely remained rooted in lack, struggle, and the feeling of not having enough. Consequently, despite all the effort, he remained broken till, one day, he encountered this principle and decided to make one simple, yet radical, change. He stopped chasing money. Instead, he focused on becoming wealth internal, shifted his state of being every morning. James didn't just visualize money. He sat quietly and focused on feeling wealth, cultivated the inner sensation of abundance, security, ease, generosity. Didn't just think about it. He embodied, "I've started walking differently, with more confidence, talking differently, with less desperation, more assurance." Moving through his life as if he already had everything he needed, detached from the outcome and focused on the state of being. What happened? Within months, the external reality began to shift to match his internal state. Clients were drawn to his new energy. Investors sensed his quiet confidence and sought him out. Opportunities aligned his bank account. Reflecting, his inner shift began to expand dramatically. Because James stopped broadcasting desperation and started broadcasting certainty, stopped chasing wealth, and became magnetic to ethos. Isn't luck, it isn't magic in the conventional sense. It is the universe, the divine mind, responding predictably to a fundamental shift in energy, belief, and state of being. Certainty attracts desperation. Repel. So, right now, ask yourself again, with radical honesty, what energy am I broadcasting most consistently? Am I chasing success, love, abundance, from a place of perceived lack? Or am I consciously cultivating and embodying the state of already having it within me? This single shift in focus, from external chasing to internal being, is often the fundamental difference between those who perpetually leaned. Those who seem to effortlessly attract everything they desire. Here is how you can begin to activate this magnetic shift in your own life, starting today. Step 1. Ditch "I want," for I already have in your inner state. Consciously shift your internal language and feeling tone, instead of focusing on wanting something which implies lack. Focus on cultivating the feeling of already possessing its essence within you. Stop acting primarily from a place of need or deficit. Begin to move through your life. Make decisions, interact with others, as if your core goals, your desired states of being, are already fundamentally yours at a spiritual level. Step 2. Use the already have it embodiment technique. Make this a daily practice. Aside a few quiet moments. Close your eyes. Choose one key goal or desired state, e.g., abundance, confidence, love, health. Now, don't just visualize having it. Embody Theo Wood, the version of you who already has this feel. Feel it now deeply in every cell. Would they breathe? Breathe that way. Know how would they carry themselves? sit or stand that way, know what thoughts would dominate their mind. Think those thoughts now. What underlying sense of peace, certainty, or gratitude would they possess? Cultivate that feeling now. Become, in your imagination and feeling state, the person who already lives this reality. Lot your energy shift completely into that state. Hold it for several minutes. Step 3. Check your energy constantly and correct course throughout your day. Become mindful of your dominant energy state here. You moving with confidence, certainty, trust, gratitude, magnetic mode? Or are you feeling anxious, needy, desperate, focused on lack, pursuit mode, repellent mode? Catch yourself when you slip into desperation or chasing, and acknowledge it without judgment. Then consciously choose to shift back. Take a deep breath briefly. Practice the embodiment technique. Reeling your energy every time you feel desperation creeping back in. Make the conscious choice to shift instantly back into certainty, into the feeling of already having, because the very second you genuinely stop chasing, stop broadcasting that needy energy, everything you truly desire, that is aligned with your soul's path, often stops running from you and begins moving towards you. Become magnetic. There's a deeper layer to this, a foundational piece that determines your energetic baseline. If your life isn't consistently reflecting the reality you consciously desire, despite trying these techniques, despite your best efforts, it's almost certainly not because you aren't grinding hard enough, hustling enough, chasing enough. It's far more likely that your underlying subconscious identity is sabotaging you. Is the truth that few talk about, yet it governs almost everything. Your subconscious mind, the deep automatic programming beneath your conscious awareness, controls, according to many psychological and neurological estimates, up to 95% of your daily reality. Your ingrained beliefs, your habitual thought patterns, your automatic emotional reactions, your deep sense of self, everything you consistently experience, is, in large part, a direct reflection, an outward manifestation of who you subconsciously believe you are. Here is the truly brutal truth for many. Most people's core identities, the fundamental beliefs they hold about themselves and the world, are not even their own conscious creation. Your core identity, that deep sense of who I am, was largely programmed into you, often unconsciously, starting from early childhood. Experiences you had, successes, failures, traumas, joys. Messages you received, spoken and unspoken, from parents, caregivers, teachers, peers. Cultural conditioning, societal norms, religious doctrines fed to you. Interpretations you made of past failures and rejection. You didn't consciously choose most of these foundational beliefs, these identity-level assumptions, but you are living them out automatically every single day until you become aware of this programming and consciously choose to rewrite it. You will likely keep repeating the same old patterns, attracting the same old results, no matter how hard your conscious mind tries to achieve something different. You ever wondered why some people manage to make more money, yet somehow always end up broke or in debt again? Or why others finally find a loving relationship, only to unconsciously sabotage it through insecurity or destructive patterns? Or why, no matter how much external success or recognition they achieve by chasing, they never truly feel good enough, worthy enough, successful enough inside? It's almost always because they are locked into a subconscious identity that contradicts their conscious desirous inner programming. Their deep-seated beliefs about themselves and what's possible for them keeps pulling them back to their familiar baseline. Think of your subconscious mind, your core identity, as being like a thermostat set to a specific temperature. Let's say your subconscious identity is set to struggle, or not quite enough. Your conscious mind might work incredibly hard, hustle, grind, and manage to temporarily achieve a higher level of success or abundance, raising the temperature in the room. But because the underlying thermostat, your identity, is still set to struggle, your subconscious mind will automatically kick in with thoughts, feelings, or behaviors designed to bring you back down to that familiar set point. You might unconsciously make poor financial decisions, procrastinate on important tasks, pick fights in relationships, doubt your abilities, self-sabotage. If deep down, you subconsciously believe you are fundamentally broke or undeserving of wealth, you will likely find ways to lose money almost every time you make significant gains. If you subconsciously believe you are unlovable or destined to be alone, you will likely push away or sabotage potentially wonderful relationships. If you subconsciously believe you are average, not truly capable of greatness, you will likely never allow yourself to fully step into your potential. No matter how hard you consciously hustle, your subconscious identity always seeks to maintain consistency. It drags you back to what it believes is true for you. This is the fundamental reason why sheer willpower, conscious effort, or hustle culture alone so often fails in the long run. You can grind relentlessly, you can push harder than anyone else, you can force things for a while, but if your deep subconscious identity, your core belief about who you are and what you deserve, doesn't align with the goals you are consciously chasing, you will inevitably, unconsciously, find ways to self-sabotage and return to your programmed baseline. Single timeites, like trying to hold a beach ball underwater, eventually, it pops back up. Consider Olivia's story. Another powerful illustration from your text. The conscious desire was financial freedom, but her subconscious identity was rooted in the belief that money is hard to make, that she had to struggle, hustled, worked relentlessly, chased every opportunity with fierce determination. But her reality consistently reflected her inner belief. Struggle, inspected bills, always aerodramizing investments, when would inexplicably vanish just before a breakthrough. Wasn't failing due to lack of effort, was failing because her subconscious identity, her inner thermostat, was wired for financial struggle. Her outer reality had to match her inner belief. Then Olivia had her awakenings, realized the problem wasn't her strategy, it was her identity. Stopped focusing solely on external chasing and started the crucial inner work of reprogramming her core belief. She consciously chose and relentlessly affirmed a new identity. Money flows easily and effortlessly to me. Wealth is my natural state. I am worthy of abundance. I do not need to struggle to succeed. She didn't just say the words. She worked to feel them, to believe them, to integrate them into her subconscious. What happened? Within a year, her entire external reality transformed to match her new inner identity. Moved from survival mode to owning a thriving business. Financial freedom became her reality, not primarily by working harder, though inspired action likely followed, but fundamentally by changing who she subconsciously believed she was in relation to money and success. Right now, beloved soul, you are living out the story your subconscious identity has written for you, a story largely programmed by your past, by others, by limiting beliefs you never consciously chosen. If you do not become aware of this story and actively choose to rewrite the script, you will likely continue living out that same programmed reality, repeating the same patterns. But you can break free. AO can rewrite your identity, can reprogram your subconscious mind. Here is exactly how you begin this transformative process. Step 1. Expose your identity blocks. Become an archaeologist of your own mindset, brutally on a stakeout paper and pen, or speak into a recorder. Write down your deepest, often unspoken beliefs about key areas of life. Money, e.g., money is scarce, rich people are greedy. I'm not good with money, it's hard to make money. Success, e.g., success requires sacrifice. I'm not smart, talented enough, I don't deserve success. Success is stressful. Relationships, love, e.g., I'm unlovable, relationships always end, I have to settle. Love is painful. Your self-worthiness. Capability, e.g., I'm not good enough, I'm unlucky, I always fail. I'm too old, young, fat, thin. Don't censor your self-worth. The hidden beliefs surfaceth for each limiting belief. Ask yourself, with piercing honesty, who taught me this? Where did this belief actually come from? Was it a parent, a teacher, a past failure? Societal conditioning? Did I consciously choose this belief based on objective truth, or did I absorb it unconsciously? If you didn't consciously choose that belief, if it limits you, if it doesn't serve your highest potential, recognize that it is not inherently you, it is programming. And you have the divine right, the power, to destroy that limiting program. To uninstall it from your subconscious, tackle it. Thank it for trying to protect you, perhaps. And then consciously release it. Step 2. Create and embody your new identity. Now comes the exciting part. Conscious creation. Forget just changing habits. Habits follow identity instead. Ask yourself, with clarity and power, who is the version of me who already has everything I desire? Who is the version of me who lives in effortless abundance, vibrant health, fulfilling love, joyful success? Define this new identity type. Specific. What does this version of you believe about themselves and the world? How do they feel on a daily basis? Confident, peaceful, grateful, worthy, loved, abundant. How do they think? How do they speak? How do they carry themselves? How do they make decisions? Write it down, script it out, make it vivid. Then begin to embody this new identity now through visualization. Daily immerse yourself in being this person, feeling the feelings, thinking the thoughts through affirmations. Repeat powerful I am statements that align with your new identity. I am wealthy. I am loved. I am successful. I am worthy. Feel them as truth through acting as if. Start making small choices and taking actions throughout your day that align with this new identity. What would the abundant, confident, loved version of me do right now? And do that. This isn't about faking it till you make it in a disingenuous way. It's about consciously aligning your energy, thoughts, feelings, and actions with the identity you are choosing to create, thereby reprogramming your subconscious mind through repetition and emotional intensities. Now you know you've seen the law that's been hidden. Truth, they never wanted you to heart. Reason, you've struggled, while others seemed to win with Isaiah. Been programmed to chaseto grento. Need, but your soul was never meant to run after anything. You are not here to chase you, are here to remember to return to your Puerto awaken. This is your moment right here. Now you are being called back to your original state. Wholeness moment. You stop needing, you start attracting. Second, you stop chasing. Everything you've ever wanted turns and begins to chase you because you were never the Chikaziri, were always the magnet. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are not lacking. You are the miracle you've been waiting for. Universe is not outside you. It is responding to you. It is echoing who you are. So be it nat tomorrow. Note. When you have it all, no right now feel, itan, ituma. Don't need to prove anything. You just need to become a lit. The noise fade. Let the lies fillet. The truth rise within you. Sexus is already yours. Wealth is already yours. Love is already your spokos. You are already inui, always wero, always will be. Now, as you rise in this new energy, as you walk in certainty, the universe all of etresses to meet you. So go live as if it's already done. A walk like the blessing is already your. Speak like you're already chosen. Bess you are you arraigned from this day forward. You'll never chase again. You'll just become yarned. Everything you've ever wanted will come to you. Jays like it was always meant. Toif. This video stirred something in your heart. This message spoke to your belief, something deep inside. You awakened. Then this wasn't just a video, it was a divine reminder, a whisper from the universe, just for you. So take a breath, receive it fully, and let this truth move through you. If you feel qualified, comment below, I receive this. Let the world know your shift has begun. If you know someone who's still chasing, still stuck in the old pattern, share this with them. Be the light that reminds them of who they are. And if you want to keep receiving these messages, subscribe and turn on all notifications. This is more than a channel, it's a soul tribe, a space for those ready to rise. You were guided here for a reason. Trust that, and now let the attracting begin.